Hello guys, welcome to the 100 days of. We are at day 64. On day 64, we have to deploy a Python app. I think there is an issue with this. We have to correct that issue. Just a second. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Let's see what is the problem statement over here. So, yes, one of the Devops engineer was trying to deploy a Python app on Kubernetes cluster. Something, okay. Unfortunately, due to misconfiguration, the application is not coming up. Okay, so application is here. Okay, let's correct this. Okay, let's see. The deployment name is this python-deployment-xfusion. It's using this image. The deployment and service of this app is already deployed. Okay, भाई मैं भरोसा नहीं करता हूँ. Get deployments. This. Okay, it's not ready. It's not available. Let's see what is the issue. So the nodePort should be 32345. So is there a YAML file written, or what is this? It's using this poroko flask-demo-appimage. So this is already deployed. It's deployed and it's not available. Okay. What can be the issue? Let's see the issue. Ports. Oh, image pullback of error. That means the image name is incorrect. Definitely, it's not able to pull the image. We are getting an image pullback of error. Let's get the YAML of this. Let's create a YAML. Let this YAML file we are making into a YAML. What is the name of the application? python-deployment-xfusion. Okay. This is not Devops, it's xfusion. Okay, yes, correct. Now let's see what is the issue. Okay, so API version is correct, kind is deployment, name is Python deployment-xfusion, correct, namespace, default namespace, okay. Replica says one. As you have seen that we have only one port. node ports. Okay, then 3 to okay. Container image pull policy always, and image is image is flask demo app. It's not flask app demo. So let's correct this image. Flask and then flask demo app. करेक्ट इमेज पर पास ऑलवेज कोई दिक्कत नहीं है and notebook should be 3 to 3 4 5 services means we have to check the services also here is okay this is correct this is okay let's check the service also it will be declared in the service so how we do get service python service xfusion service is there xfusion okay so after this let's edit and see the YAML file. It's correct. Cluster IP is this. It's a type. Node port is 32345 is correct. Node port is correct. Okay, node port is correct here. We have to change it. So what we will do? Let's delete the deployment and then restart it. So kubectl delete deployment will delete this deployment. Let's delete the deployment-xfusion. Deployment is deleted, it is created. Let's see our application. Let's wait for 1 2. Let's create ports. Let's see is it running or not. Container is creating, okay. Let's see again. It's running. Write a boom in the chat if you can see it's running. Let's go to our tab and refresh this again. Don't think let's close this and then again open this app. Just a second. Let's again see is the deployment working or not. What is the issue? What happened? Why I cannot see the deployment? Okay, so deployment is happening. Let's wait for 1 minute. Deployment is available. I think let's see the service again. I have missed one point actually. See, they are saying the node port is 32345, but the target port should be Python Flask app default port. I think it's correct, na? It's correct. The default port of the Python's target port is 8080 only. Save it. Let's apply this. Use apply -f. Let's apply this. Yes, now it's applied. I think now the port should be accessible. This is ready and is available. Then what is the issue? If I see the ports also, then it's running. See the application, why it's showing a bad gateway. Application is showing bad gateway. Okay, let's see what can we do. Okay, is this now so that we are not using the? I think we need to check the deployment file. In this, we have flask demo app. I think the tag is missing. Let's see with the latest tag. Let's again delete the deployment first. Just a second. Delete deployment. And then apply this deployment again. So again apply this. Log all the latest image. Maybe that can be the issue. Service is already created and it's running, but what is the issue? Okay. Okay. मिल गया मुझे मिल गया इश्यू तो मिल गया है issue is that target port why you haven't told me target port is 5000 yaar target port is 5000 and it's not 8080 flask app is this is a flask app let's apply it डिस्कशन कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। तो हमको क्या करना है, experience node port, it's running on 840. अच्छा ओके, तो इसमें जो है क्या इशू आ रहा है वो अगर हम समझें तो वो ये है कि अभी पहले हमको एक बार सर्विस गेट करनी ही पड़ेगी, क्योंकि ये हमें फिर से एक बार स्टेप चेंज किया है। व्हाट वी हैव टू डू, हमें क्या करना है यहाँ पे टारगेट पोर्ट जो है इसको क्या करना है, डिलीट करना है पहले हमें। तो सबसे पहले हम डिलीट कर, ठीक है ना, पहले हम इसको डिलीट कर देते हैं। ओके, डिलीटेड, अब फिर से क्रिएट हो गई है। अब क्रिएट करने के बाद लेट्स एडिट इट, ठीक है ना। अब हम एडिट करेंगे इसको, पोर्ट 8080 पे 5000, नोड पोर्ट पोर्ट 80, टारगेट पोर्ट इज 5000, करेक्ट। नाउ let's correct, target port is 5000, and then let's go and do this. Okay, now as you can see that the target port of endpoint is 5000. I think if we see kget ports, it's running. Let's go and check this. Write a boom in the chat if you have solved this. Is hello world PIVO1. Wow, amazing. This was the solution which we were looking at. What we have done, just we have changed this deployment image to the latest, and then we have changed the node port was correct 32345, but the target port of is python flask have default port, and the python flask have default port is 5000. So you have to change it accordingly. This was only the task which we have to do. Let's submit this task and write a boom in the chat if you are able to do this. This is a task which we have to take care that we have to learn that what is the target port of flask. See, there are basically some apps like nginx. Nginx target port is 80, and http, you know, 80 port 80, https is 443. Likewise, for flask application the target port is 5000. You have to remember this. This is the most important thing which we have to do. Let's jump to the Redis deployment on Kubernetes. This is our second task for today, day 65. This is cool. Okay, okay. Not इस एप्लीकेशन के बाद ब्रेक लेंगे, ओके। Nautilus application development team observed some performance issue with one of the cluster. After looking, the team has suggested to use some in-memory caching, which is Redis. After a number of discussions, they have decided to use Redis. Initially, they would like to deploy Redis on Kubernetes system for testing. They will move it to production. Okay. So this is, we have to create a Redis deployment following parameters. We have to create a config man called my Redis config. The maximum memory of 2 MB and Redis config. Okay. Name of the deployment should be Redis deployment. It should use Redis Alpine image, and container image should be Redis container, and make sure it should have a one replica. So, okay, container should request for one CPU, and we have to mount two volumes. So an empty directory is at Redis master data config map volume Redis config at path master container should expose 36637 find the Redis deployment should be up and running. Okay, should be up and running. ठीक है, सो हमें करना क्या है, करना हमको सिर्फ इतना है कि पूरी पॉलिसी लिखनी पड़ेगी भाई। तो फिर लिखते हैं ओह सॉरी, सबसे पहले तो एक फाइल क्रिएट कर लेते हैं k3s नाम से, इसमें इंसर्ट करेंगे। ओके, तो इसमें हमको पॉलिसी पूरी लिखना पड़ेगा। API version apps /v1 kinds deployment. Okay, API version apps /v1 kinds is deployment, and let's see what we will do with this. Okay, so what we have done is, see, all the things are given, just we have to know how to write a YAML. Okay, all the steps are given. See, we have to create a metadata name, Redis deployment. See, it's already given. Labels is of app is Redis. Specs in specification replica should be one. You can see here. Okay, match labels app Redis always. It will remain always same. Labels match labels same. Template is same. Specification is in containers. Is that the name of this is Redis container image? It will use as Redis Alpine image. Image port policy is always, and port container port is 36798. It is also given. And the most important thing is volume mounts. So see, volume mounts you can see in empty directory called data at path /redis master data. So there is name data and mount path /redis master data. And there is another empty directory config map volume, which is Redis config, which is that path. So name is Redis config, and the path is /redis master. Okay, resource request is this CPU is the container should request one CPU. So inside this container we have requested the one CPU. Volume name is data, and it is already given that it is empty directory. Yeah, this is an empty directory, and another is a config map volume. So in config map Redis is my Redis config. This is the deployment file. Let's see the config file, which is same actually. The process is same. What this is, we have to create a config map, which is my Redis config. You can see we have created a kind of config map, which name is my Redis config, and having a max memory of 2 MB. Max memory is 2 MB. Redis config. This was simple. Config map is simple. What we have to keep in mind is the deployment type. So we have to write a deployment file. Is it correct? Okay. So this was the thing which we have to do in this task. Let's save this, and then let's, after saving, let's apply this. After applying, you can see deployment is created, config map is created. If we see targetports, see the port is running for Redis. This was the task which we have to do. Let's see get deployments. You see that this deployment is there, it's ready and it's available. And the pod is also running. This was the simple task which we have to do. See, if we want to change the replicas, see, if anyone is saying what is a replica? Replicas are the number of pods basically which will be running. If you see and just change this to 10 and then see what happens. It and then let's apply this kubectl apply and then let's see watch get what's let's see this watch kubectl get what's okay. You can see now all there are 10 pods which are created and they all are running. All the 10 pods are running. What we have done, I have just scaled the replica to 10. That means 10 pods will be running correctly, but it is saying that we have to make sure only one replica is there. Otherwise, this is a lab task, so it will fail. So actually, what we will do is that again simple. We will go to our deployment file. I will tell you how you can scale this deployment. There is replicas is one okay. Now it's completed. Let's apply again. Yeah, it's applied, it's okay. So now let's again watch kubectl get ports. Now you can see only one pod is there which is running. All those 9 pods are deleted, only one pod is running. So this was the status of this. Let's submit this task and let's hope for the best. And yes, we have got the result, it's completed. We have completed our day 65 as well. Okay, it's perfect. It's done. Junior Devops. Completed. 100 days of Devops. Let's deploy MySQL on Kubernetes. Let's start this and let's take a break. Okay. Okay. We will take a break of 5 minutes. Okay. Guys, just a second. I will be continuing it in a jiffy. Okay. Okay, guys, let's do this live fast. Okay. So, what is the statement? So, a new MySQL server is needed to be deployed in Kubernetes cluster. The Nautilus team was working in gathering the requirements. Recently, they were able to finalize the requirements, yet the team members and started working on the details. Okay, let's see what. Oh, okay, environment variables. Okay, no problem. What we have to do, we have to create a persistent volume MySQL PV. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to create a claim for this consistent volume of 250 MB. We have to create a claim, and its name is this, and we have to request all this 250 MB of storage. Set other parameters. Okay, so create a deployment name, MySQL deployment. You can use any MySQL image, but we have to mount it in the where MySQL, where the default SQL directory. You have to create a nodePort type service. Means we have to create a service also with nodePort set to this. Okay, no issues. Okay. Node set to 30,007. Okay, we have to create a secret MySQL root pass, which is having a gateway password and its value is YUIDS. Okay, whatever. And then we have to create another secret MySQL. We have to create secret story as well. MySQL user pass having some value as a username as Kodecloud Tim. Okay, and then the password value is this dv. Okay, something. Okay, then we have to create a one more secret MySQL db url and this database value and cloud db7. Okay, basically we have to create some secrets, and then we have to define some environment variable MySQL root password, MySQL database user password. Okay, okay. This is the completed deployment, persistent volume claim. Then what we have to give service secrets. We have to create these 5 6 secrets type. Okay. First we have to create a deployment. Then we will create persistent volume claim. Then what we will do? Then we will create service. Then we will create secrets. Okay. This is the complete thing which we have to do. And replicas, is there any? Mm, I think there is nothing called as replicas in here. Okay. Okay, so once I will make it, so what is the put password is has to UI and the user password is okay, this one good. Okay, and then storage class is manual. Okay, so what is the let's create a full YAML file. Okay, let's see VI. Let's create MySQL full YAML file. Okay, and then let's turn this creating. Let's jump to code. Okay, this is the complete file which we have written. Let's see what I have written over here. First, what we have created is the persistent volume. Okay, I have completed it as the order given. Okay, so let's see the first. We have created a persistent volume my PV. Okay, metadata name. Just remember this somewhere, write it. Okay, okay, somewhere write it. So this, just remember this. I am also writing. You can also write. Okay, what we have to do here is just to remember the things. Okay, how to write the Kubernetes YAML file. You don't need to learn entire YAML. Kubernetes YAML. How we can write? First of all, API version. Correct. Then we have to write the kind. Kind is persistent volume. Persistent volume claim. So API version is this kind. Then after that kind, what we have to do? We have to write a metadata specification. Okay, metadata. Inside metadata, we can write name. Then specifications is many like capacity, storage, or you can access modes like read write only, read write once, complete full read write, storage class names, host path, and the path at time. Okay, this we will get already. And yes, one more thing, if you have any request for like one CPU, so you have to mention resources request. After resources, it will come as request. So what are your requests? Firstly, you will need resources. So what I will say, so after this we have to claim that volume. We have created a volume, then we can claim that volume. So to get persistent volume claim, what we have to do? The person volume claim API person v1, then we have to create a name, metadata name, same MySQL PV claim, storage classes, manual, and see they have a request. So what we have to do? We have to resource request, storage is 250 MB. Okay. Now the third is the secrets. Now third is deployment. Okay, but I have created the secret. So let's go to secret. We have to create a secret name. How we will create API version kind secret metadata is MySQL root pass, and where the value is password string data. So what we have to do when pass the value is string data as the same value. API version secret MySQL user pass Kodecloud dim is the username and password is also given. Okay. Then we have to create one more secret MySQL DB URL. This metadata name is MySQL DB URL Kodecloud DB7. Okay, and then we have to define some. Okay, then I have switch to deployment. We have to create a deployment type MySQL deployment, and we have to image as per I have used MySQL latest image. Okay, and then spec replicas one as per I have created my minimum as I have MySQL template metadata name. This is specification containers. I have used MySQL 5.7. You can use 5.8, 5.6, anything. MySQL root password. This is the environment variable. Okay, so what is I have done over here? This is most important. See, when you have a you log into a MySQL container, you need a username and password. So I have passed this root password from the secret key that we have made just now, which is MySQL root password name, and this is keys password. Similarly, for username, we have passed this, and then the password we have passed in the database name also we have passed from this. These four secrets we have already created, and this is same. We have to use the mount path as well in MySQL. Okay. Then we have created a service of type nodePort. So we will create a type of nodePort 30,007. Protocol is TCP, and this all the main port and target port will be same. Okay. The services of type nodePort. So this thing only we have to remember is that we have created four secrets. See, which four secrets? These are the secrets. Number one secret, number two secret. Then after this, where is that? Yeah, number two secret was then this. Number three secret. No. Okay, this is the one. So DB URL is another secret. In these three secrets, what we have to do, we have to pass this to the container when it will using log. So we have passed this root password, we have passed the user, and we have passed the password in database. Okay, let's save this. And then let's apply this completely. Let's apply it. You can see persistent volume created, persistent volume claim created, root password, user password, DB URL created, and deployment created, and service created. After this, let's get this all. Let's get persistent volume. If the persistent volume of 250 MB is created and persistent volume is also claim is also claimed. Deployment is not ready yet, but let's see the pod is running or not. You can see the pod is running. Let's write. Let's see now the deployments. Great. Now you can see the MySQL deployment is also ready. Easy one, easy one. Just we have to learn how to write a Kubernetes manifest file. Let's submit this and let's check it. This will take time. Oh, write a boom in the chat. Write a boom in the chat if you was able to complete this task easily. This was the thing which we have to complete it. Great. Okay. Okay. Let's go to other task, which is this. We have to deploy. This is the last day of our Kubernetes challenge. After this, we will start with Jenkins. Great. Let's deploy guestbook app on Kubernetes. Let's see what is this. What happened? Okay, started. Let's go to day 67. We have to deploy a very big application. Oh my god. Oh, it's very big. We have to do is this. See, the Nautilus application team has finished development of one of the application and it is ready for deployment. It is a guest book application that will be used to manage entries for guest visitors. Application is here. Currently it is on bad gateway. So we have to manage entries for guest visitors. So okay, so for every application there is two-tier backend and front end is a two-tier application. There is no database. This can be easy. Okay, so what we have to do, let's see. We have to, in the backend we have to create a deployment Redis master, and the replica should be one. Container name should be master Redis Devops, master Redis xfusion, and the name should be Redis. Okay. Request resources as CPU should be 100 M and memory should be 100 MB. Okay, 100 MB. Container port is also 6379 default port. Redis default port is 6379. Before this, we have learned the default port of Flask 5000. Then we have to create a service named Redis master, which is also on the default port. No problem. Then we have to create another deployment name Redis slave. Its replica should be 2. Container name should be Redis slave Redis Devops. So execution. And it should be GCRI. Okay. Something they have given. Okay. Resource people should be 100 MB and this one. Okay. This is the second deployment which we have to create. Define an environmental variable name DNS. Again, we have to get that host from easy. And front end tier should be this replica should be 3. Container name should be PHP Redis xfusion and should use this image GCRIO front end. Okay, this is the image something. Okay. Request so yes, CPU should be 100 and 100 MB. Okay. You have to define an environment get host from DNS. No issue. Container port should be 80 HTTP. Okay. Create a service name front end of type nodePort should be in 80 port and the nodePort is 30,009. Okay, finally you can check the guest book from here. Okay, great. This can be done. We have to create 2 deployments file and actually 3 deployment we have to create, 2 for backend, 1 for front end. In backend, we have created a master Redis and a slave. Great. This is easy. This one is easy. Let's write the master file first. So let's do K8 as Redis master YAML. Okay. This is the master file which we have written. Let's see carefully. So we have to create a deployment name Redis master. So we have the same API version kind. So all of you close your eyes and then repeat with me. API version, then kind, then metadata inside of selectors, labels, and everything. Then if we want to provide any specification like container, then we can use a spec. In the specs, we have containers. Then inside containers, we have the name, image, port, and after that, if we have any environment variable, then you can use in env. Great, great. Is it correct? Resource, yeah. One more thing, resource very important. If we have resources requested, then we will do accordingly. So we have to create a Redis deployment name Redis master. Replica should be one. Match labels, anything which we can use Redis master. Let's create replicas one Redis master done. After this master Redis DevOps container name is master Redis xfusion is the name. Okay, right? So the image would be that is latest image I have used. And then the port is container port is 6379, mount path is Redis data. This is the default path. Then resources as requested 100 MB, and then limit is 200 MB, which I have set it. Then again we have created a service for this. This is the service. We have this given, that is master name, that is master service, and port 6379. Okay, you can see the 6379. This is the first thing. Let's save this. After this, let's create a Redis slave YAML. Okay. Inside this slave file, let's see what I will show you. Just yes, this is the slave file which we have used. Let's see that. Let's go to the slave service. This is master and the one is slave. Yeah, and you can see here. This is complete, which I have written over here. You can see we have written API version apps/v1 kind is deployment, name is Redis slave, and the container name should be like in Redis slave Redis-xfusion. This is the container name. The image should be this gcr.io, which is already given. I have copied it from here. Okay. The port is 6379. Then if you have resources request CPU is 100 MB, so resource request CPU 100 MB, and memory is 100 MB. Then limit is CPU. And see, we have to declare one environment. This was I am talking about. Here we have to declare one environment variable from env. Name is get host from and value is DNS. Okay. And then we have to create a container port service with Redis slave, and this should be in 6379. This is a node port service, I think. This is of type application edition. Okay, this is okay, great. Okay, we don't have to expose it to the external one. We don't have to expose this service. That is okay. So that's why okay, this is the complete Redis slave. Now tell me what again we have to do. Now we have to work on front end here. As you can see, just a second. create one front end here as well. So what we have to see? Let's create one more file. Front end. Okay. YAML. Okay. This is the front end code which we will share with you all. Okay. So let's see what I have written. You can see the API deployment file is we have to create. It is a kind of deployment. Let's do okay no. So kindness deployment. Let's do one thing before let's apply this to let's apply this master and slave. This will be kubectl apply fnf that is master.yaml. Let's apply this. You can see master deployment and service is created. Let's deploy this slave also. Slave.yaml. You can see that is slave is created. That means it is correct. Let's see about front end. Let me explain you, then I will deploy it. Okay. So this is the front end service which we have to create. Deployment name is front end. And you can see the replicas counts would be 3. So I have specified it over here. Select as match level as front end. Anything you can do. Then specification container is PHP, that is xfusion. This is the name of a container. And the link which you can see in below is same as given. gcr.io Google samples. This same. You can see the port container port is 80. They have mentioned it since request resources are there. What you have to do? Resource request inside this resource. Then we have to create a request CPU memory or limit CPU memory. Resource request CPU memory, and if there is any limit you have to apply, then CPU memory for that. So in my paper we have only told envds resource limit. Yeah, since the request resources CPU should be 100 and memory should be this. To request I have resources CPU 100 limits should be higher than actually. This is the file, and now we have to create a service name front end. So API version app, API version v1, kindness service, metadata name front end, app this one, port 80, target port 80. This and this is type of nodePort. So I have set a type nodePort. Protocol is TCP, nodePort is this, Zactor is this. Great. We have completed it. Let's save this and let's apply this. Kubernetes front end.yaml. Let's apply this. It's created. Write a boom in the chat if you are able to see the running pods. See, container creating. Master's plot is ready. Slave. We have 2 replicas. It's running. You can see in the replicas. See another red is slave. Red is slave. Here we have replicas should be 2. So those 2 replicas are running. These 3 replicas for the front end service is still in container creating state. Let's see it again. Write a boom in the chat if you are able to see all our services running. All the pods are created and it are running. And KDA deployments, you can see the front end. 3 of the 3 pods are up to date and is running. Master save is running. Slave pod is also running. Boom in the chat, guys. Boom in the chat. So, what is that? Finally, you can check the guestbook app by clicking on the app button. Let's click on the app button and write a boom in the chat. If you can see the guestbook application running, you can write any message. What is this guestbook? Submit. What they have made it actually. Notification and notification guest by continue to manage the entries. Okay, it will manage the entries. Why it's nothing is written, nothing is coming again. Data sync, nothing is coming. I don't know what this app is all about. But all in all, it's running. All in all, it's running. That's this most important thing. So if it's running, then let's submit it. Fingers crossed, write a boom in the chat if you are able to do this task. Write a boom in the chat. Write a boom in the chat. So this was the task which we have to do today. With this, Kubernetes is completed. With this, our Kubernetes is completed. Let's see the Jenkins. Let's set up Jenkins server in this day 68. Let's set up our Jenkins server. Whatever. Let's see what we have to do here. We set up a Jenkins server. Yeah. We have Jenkins. Okay, this is the Jenkins we are getting bad gateway. So we will set up it using using the password. Okay. Jenkins, but okay. We have to set up a Jenkins for so the Devops team is using CI/CD pipelines. We all know what is the use of Jenkins. We have to first install Jenkins on Jenkins server by using yum and start its service. If you paste a timeout while starting, before do this. No issues. Jenkins add this and should be this full name will be John and email is this. Okay. Okay, this is an easy task, I would say. So we have to do this is we have to install Jenkins. Where are all those? Let's SSH into our Jenkins server. Say root at Jenkins password is this secure pass. Okay. Okay, so we are inside our Jenkins server now. Okay. We have to log in inside our Jenkins server. Let's install and update it using yum. first update it and then install it. Jenkins. So this is the Jenkins server, and now we have installed Jenkins in it. As seen the Jenkins, I am in the Jenkins install repository, and let's see how we install it. This we don't have to learn. Yeah, this one is logged and supported. So we will copy this all, then we directly put it over there to install the Jenkins on it. This is the complete thing. Jenkins is stable, dependency is resolved. This will install the Jenkins. Okay. So written configuration is done. All the files are installed. Okay, running transition done. Now it's installing Jenkins. After this, let's so now the Jenkins is installing. Okay, Jenkins installation is completed. Let's enable it by using system. Sorry, something different has been copied. Let's enable this Jenkins service. It's enabling. Okay, it's enabled. Let's see the status. Is it running or not? Status. Okay, great. You can see the Jenkins service is active and is running. It's enabled. Memory is 745 MB. It's taking. Jenkins Redos group. Great. So it's completed and it's running. Let's see whether it's running or not. Write a boom in the chat if you are able to see. Write a boom in the chat, guys. Boom. Our Jenkins is running. Let's see. Copy the password. Okay, let's take the password from server cat. Paste. Let's see the initial password. Initial password is this. Great. Let's put this password over here and let's continue. Let's wait for the installation. हेलो गाइस, सो कैसे हैं? ब्रेक खत्म हो चुका है। ठीक है भाई, तो जेनकिंस तो हो गया है अपना इंस्टॉल। तो कर देते हैं इस टास्क को सबमिट। लेट्स सबमिट दिस एंड राइट व्हाट 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 फेल कैसे हो गया ये? हाउ दिस इज पॉसिबल? ये कैसे हो गया? ये कैसे हो गया? Service though is not installed on server. Jenkins is not running on Jenkins server. What is this? Jenkins is not running. Jenkins server तो कौन सा सर्वर पर रन कर रही है Jenkins? कुछ समझ में नहीं आया। क्या इशू है मुझे समझ में नहीं आया। क्या इशू आया मुझे नहीं समझ में आ रहा है। Let's redo this. Let's redo the task. क्या दिक्कत आई है?